Hello, hello there. My name is Mo with my co-host Corey. We are The Real Guys, and this is The Real Show with 2 E's. We'll be back.
I'm back.
I'll be back. You want to give it a go, Corey?
What? So I was going to
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
I'll be back.
Give me a little bit of Arnie.
Bit of Arnie. Put the cookie down.
Put the cookie.
Put the
cookie down now. Do you want to get it all out before we actually continue with the rest of the intro?
What else does he say?
Do it, kill me. What you waiting for? Do it. As always, I'm with my co-host Corey. How are you doing today, Corey?
Too very well, thank you.
Yeah, great. And you can listen to us on Amazon, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcasts. You can listen to us. We're there. And you can watch this on our YouTube version on The Real Show, The Real Show, Real with 2 E's. Or you can interact with us on Twitter at The Real Show FM. We might have to change that on The Real Show FM. And where all of our video stuff comes up and we do fun little jokes. I'll do a Terminator joke later today, maybe.
Great.
Yeah. And we are, of course, reviewing Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, because it is the 40th anniversary of the original Terminator.
Correct.
And the 20th anniversary of this film.
Yep. So why not?
Why not? Let's have a look. Let's dive into the Terminator franchise. We're already big Arnie fans.
We
just did all the Predators.
The Predators.
So why not do some Terminator?
Yeah.
And we're starting off with what many consider to be one of the worst Terminator
It's
films.
not heavily favoured.
No, it's not.
It's certainly not. I was looking up before we did this a ranking of all the Terminator films. There's 6 of them.
Yes, there is.
1 and 2 are normally pretty much at the top.
Yeah.
It normally goes like 2 and 1. Genesis is like at the bottom. Then like Dark Fate normally creeps up, or Salvation. So this is normally like 3rd or 4th in the tier of like, this isn't great.
Right.
But later on the Terminator films go, the worse it gets, essentially. Unless you're Genesis.
Most people consider Dark Fate to be somewhat passably good.
Yep.
Terminator Rise of the Machines, 2003. Boy, what an era. Following after Terminator 2 Judgment Day in 1991.
Yes.
We've got Arnie. Arnie's back. Nick Stoll, Christina Loken, and the plot is that Skynet, the evil artificial intelligence, Skynet dispatches a TX, which is a anti-Terminator unit, the Terminator that kills other Terminators, back in time to ensure the rise of the machine by not killing John Connor, because John Connor's disappeared.
Yep.
Can't find John Connor, but to instead eliminate members of the Resistance in the present to avoid them coming back and attacking Skynet in the future. Yes. However, T-850, he's back.
Good old Arnold.
Schwarzenegger, Arnie has been dispatched to by the Resistance to protect John and Kate Brewster, who is John's wife.
Yes.
In the future. The first thing the film opens with is a big battle scene between the Resistance and the forces of Skynet. I'm going to say I do like the big shots of all those Skynet. They're called HK. I looked them up. They're called HK aerial gunships, and they're basically the Skynet kind of flying units. I like the design of them. They've got big 3 engines and all the underslung guns and all like cool attack helicopters. I like the look of them. They're very swish. They look cool, as well as just the fleets of like T-800 units as well. Some of them have like laser mini guns.
Yep.
And they're dual wielding the plasma rifles. They've got names as well, I'm sure. They're dual wielding the rifles, and they just look great. And because obviously it's Stan Winston. Stan Winston's back in this.
Yes. And
he puts in a great performance as in charge of all the practical effects, and the Terminator models are all great. The lighting in that sequence is fantastic, and we see the Resistance army finally putting down the last Terminator. As we see in the end of the film as well, where the last eye goes off and humanity has won back from Skynet, defeated Skynet. But next we cut and we see just a regular street.
Yeah.
And here comes the TX, and she's got nothing on.
Nope.
And then she takes some ladies' clothes, takes her car,
Yep.
and drives away to try and find all the members of the Resistance in the present.
Correct. Essentially, being the newer version.
The new T-1000.
Yeah. From a good old Terminator 2, the cop that turns into liquid.
Yep.
It's a woman now.
Got liquid on
she
her.
has got liquid on her.
She's got liquid on her that can form up over her metal skeleton.
Yes.
And this is obviously takes place after Terminator 3, and she's got all the shape-shifting liquid metal and all the endoskeleton, and she arrives in LA, in Los Angeles, California, baby.
Good old California.
Good, yep. That's where John Connor's hiding out over
Yes.
the LA River.
Yep.
And he's off the grid. No phone, no house, no address. He works on just various construction sites. He just turns up one day. Hey, I'm here to work for you.
guess.
Don't ask who I am, though.
Yeah.
I can't tell you.
I can't tell you who I am.
He just does work and leaves, I guess.
It's Connor Johnson.
Yes, he goes to this veterinary clinic for some medicine.
Yeah.
And he wakes up all the dogs. And then here comes Kate Brewster. She arrives and she just locks him right up, puts him in the cage, and says, "Hey, you're John Connor. I remember you from Terminator 2. We kissed one time, remember, as kids, in a high school, sweethearts, or whatever." And then here comes the TX.
Yeah.
And they decide we interrupt your Terminator film to bring you Jurassic Park. That bit where she hides in the kitchen and the Terminator 2 is walking around the kitchen. Have you not got heat seeking? Have you not got like UV vision or something like that, TX? You've got all this stuff. You can't find a woman hiding under a sink.
Nope. Apparently not.
Apparently not. You can't activate like
see-through vision or something.
Heat vision, see-through vision or something to find her. No. You keep asking people who they are, TX.
Yeah.
You know, that's like, I'm sure people would answer your name if a random woman walked up to me and said, Are you Murray? I go, uh-huh. And then she'd shoot me in the chest. You know. However, TX doesn't find Kate Brewster.
Nope.
And has to walk around for a bit before
Get on the steps.
Kate. Yeah. And then here comes Arnie driving the. He's got his clothes, his boots, and his pickup truck. He's arrived to the scene.
He's got his weird star glasses he gets at the start of film.
Talk to the hand.
It's just like,
oh yeah,
like Elton John glasses on.
Elton John glasses on. Saturday night's all right. And he's getting in the truck and driving. He finds he gets his shades back on, and then off he goes.
Yeah.
Go on, Arnie. It's great to see Arnie. Good in top form as always.
Yeah, I like how as well. Arnie's been in like however many Predator films.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 or however many at this point. Sorry, Terminator films. He did not come back in any of the Predator movies.
Yeah, I was going to say that. He was only in one Predator film.
But he's appeared in all of these.
Yeah, he loves Terminator. He keeps going back for Terminator.
Saying that though, he was
doesn't
paid
even have to act.
A lot of money to be in this.
Yes, he was paid a lot of money to be in this. And that might lead us on to our next segment in a bit. However, let's talk a bit about Skynet.
Yes.
And Skynet appears in this film as a pet project of the US government, where Kate Brewster's father, who is Lieutenant General Robert Brewster, has been sort of mentoring this Skynet defense program, which is brought forth by Cyberdyne Systems Research, as they're called. They are the sort of new version of Cyberdyne. Sorry, Cyber Research Systems.
Yep.
And they follow on from what Cyberdyne were doing as they were destroyed in... they destroyed the Cyberdyne building in Terminator 2. And that also leads us to a deleted scene from this film.
Correct.
Which Corey's just shown me.
I did.
Where we see that not only does Cyber Research Systems make all these original robots, including the T1 robot and the T21 or something, which is like a weird kind of Ed 209 ripoff from RoboCop, where it's like got these treads and it goes around on treads. And it's like a defense turret on top of a tread thing. It's got like a Terminator head, but it's like long ways instead of being a skull. It's got long ways. And it's got 2 Gatling guns instead of like hands.
Yeah.
And it kind of it wheels around. It wheels around.
But that's not why.
It's like a primitive. Well, no, it's not. But I'm saying it's like a primitive version of like, you know.
Well, no, but that's not why everyone likes this deleted scene.
Yeah, and it looks kind of similar to sort of the T2 HK tanks.
It does, yeah.
Sort of the hunter killer tanks, because it has the sort of tread design and the 2 arms with the guns. So I think that works out pretty well. However, no, that's not why this scene is so infamous. It's infamous because of a little man called
Go on.
Master Sergeant William Candy.
Yeah.
who is a member of the United States Air Force Combat
Who's
Control
played by
Career Field,
Arnold.
a special operations career force tasked with air traffic control duties in austere and non-permissive environments, as well as close air support for other SOF teams.
Yes.
And that is from his Terminator Wiki article.
Right.
Because I found it.
It's played by Schwarzenegger.
And he's played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he is the face model for every TX army unit.
But it doesn't sound like Arnold.
No, he has.
It's like I can't do the accent.
Like,
I'm Colonel John William Candy.
I'm Gunnery Sergeant John William Candy.
Yeah.
And I'm the face of the new cyber systems. Yeah. And then
it's the face of the future. It's me.
I am the face of the future. Ooh, it's me. You know, he sounds like a riot. Yeah. A real humdinger.
No, and some random man has Arnold's voice.
No, not any random man.
Okay, who is this man?
Sherwood Olson is the young assistant to Thomas Shelby, who is the CFO of Cyber Research Systems.
Okay.
And they're watching this. The lead scene is they're watching this presentation. The Lieutenant General comes in and says, "Oh, what's this?" And then Thomas Shelby says, "No, we're watching this presentation for new Cyber Research Systems, all our new robots, and we've got this guy called William Candy. He can be our new face of all these robots." And then William Candy starts talking, and Thomas Shelby says, "Oh, I don't like his accent." And then Sherwood Olson, with the voice of Arnold Schwarzenegger, says, "We can fix it.
Yeah,
we can fix it." Because also, this guy looks like, I don't know, 30 maybe at most. If you look at a picture of this guy, he looks 30 at most. He's got these dweeb glasses on and this spiky hairdo, and Arnold's voice is coming out of him. And he is the chief financial officer, and Thomas Shelby is the chief financial officer of Cyber Research Systems. And it also says on Sherwood Olson's wiki article that he has an MBA degree from Harvard University.
Wow.
Not with that voice, he's not got one. And he also appears in the novelization.
Great.
Of Terminator 3.
Good.
Which is great.
Good
so just a little bit on that scene there, on that very fun scene. Which, if I know it's probably not your weekly rec, Corey, but we'll include it anyway as necessary watching for this review, to watch that scene. However, the TX is on the hunt for John Connor and Sarah Brewster because it finds John Connor's DNA.
Yes.
And it identifies him, and it's now after them both. So they have to get on the run and try and stop Skynet, because Skynet is back. The T-800 says that Skynet wasn't defeated during Judgment Day. It's inevitable. It will always arrive, so we have to stop it. Stop it a new way now.
Because, Judgment Day. Oh, fuck, he says it. I can't do the Arnold accent. I've lost it.
Oh, right, okay.
Because he goes, Judgment Day is inevitable.
Yes. He said it just like that.
He does, just like that. Relax.
Relax.
It's a line in this
I'll
film.
be back. Yes. They escape from the armed battle and they fend off TX. And then he reveals that their actions only delayed Judgment Day, not prevented it.
Yes.
And that Skynet's attack will occur on this day at 6 or something.
Yeah.
It says an hour.
He does say an hour.
They stop. They have an hour to stop it.
Yeah.
So the Terminator intends to drive John and Kate to Mexico to escape the fallout when Skynet begins the attack. But John says they have to see her father, Robert Brewster, so they arrive there, and the Terminator will listen to her, but not him.
Yep.
And why is that? Because as Resistance leader,
it
says that that this T-850 actually killed John Connor.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't actually take any orders from him, only Kate, because Kate is John's wife.
Correct.
Or will be John's wife at one point.
Because, futures and timelines and stuff. Love it when things get convoluted.
Meanwhile, there's a computer virus invading all the servers online and worldwide, taking them down. And even in every laptop and whatever, and every computer, it's this weird virus. And Skynet is being ordered to be deployed as a defense system, cyber defense system, to stop this virus.
Yep.
And then General Brewster fails to discover that Skynet has actually become sentient itself, created the virus, and then is the only time to stop it. But it's also to stop it because it has all the nuclear defense codes.
Yes.
And it wants to, launch a massive attack.
It does.
I like that General Brewster actually presses the button himself, so he's got all the responsibility of this.
Yeah.
His little man was going to do it. His friend was going to do it. His co-worker. But he goes, "No, I must press the button." And I'm like, "That's excellent. That's good responsibility."
Yes, it is.
But he goes to press it, but then he sees his daughter run in. Oh no, but his daughter gets all kind of just shot. But it's not. It's actually the TX who can take the form of anyone, just like the T1000 can.
Yes. Which is cool. I like that.
Yeah, the metal effect, the sort of metal goopiness of all it.
It
has like a weird. She has a finger.
Yeah.
Which might sound a bit weird to some people, but it has like a weird kind of proby attachment that comes out the finger, and they go like, poke people with it.
I think the only thing I don't like about the TX. Hello.
No, that's my proby finger.
Okay.
You're not looking at my proby finger, Corey.
I think the only thing I don't like about the TX, well, you do a really bad ET impression.
E.T. It is like E.T. phone home.
Is the TX, whenever she's playing someone else, like, shapeshifts and is like...
Doesn't talk naturally.
And like her face is like blank. You look at like Terminator 2 and it's a policeman.
Oh, yes, policeman. Yeah. He sounds pretty natural. And natural.
And this one's like...
This seems like he's almost trying too hard to be a Terminator.
And it's like, come on.
But okay, she's okay when she's in her sort of... I was about to say woman form. When she's in her womanly form, that's okay because you can see she's acting like a Terminator. She's got the run, and it is like this.
It is the run.
She's got the run. She's got the walk with arms by sides. She's got the intimidating gait, to call it that, of a Terminator. But when she's pretending to be someone else, which is like one of the advanced Terminator's jobs, she's not an Arnie running and gunning. She's a stealth unit, and to do that, you have to impersonate other people. But she's like. She pretends to be Kate Brewster's fiance, and the policemen are like, "Excuse me, sir, your fiance has been involved in this shooting and this kidnapping. Do you know anything about it?" Hold on, I've got to do the impression. I don't know anything about it. I go, well, and then I think as a policeman, a bit shifty, a bit shifty,
weird,
aren't you? Did you kidnap her? I'd be thinking that. He goes, I can help you. You go, what?
Yeah, that's a bit...
I bet you can, sir. And it was just a bit suspicious to me. And I think that, they kind of overplay it. I know that's not the case in Genesis and Dark Fate, where the Terminator enemies kind of become a bit more like, oh, it's one of our friends. Oh, it's like there's a bit of a reveal. There's a twist in here. And it's not always, the Skynet dispatches one big bad Terminator to defeat an Arnie Terminator, which just seems to be the thing from, the Arnie Terminator was obviously the enemy in the first Terminator.
Yeah.
And John Connor was the hero, and it was, then it became John Connor and the T-800 against the T-1000 in Terminator 2. That's how it goes.
Yes.
But what I like about Terminator 3 and Terminator 2 is the form of it. It is Arnie trying to protect these guys. Arnie's like the strong protection force against the sort of more super powerful other Terminators, right? Who can do all kinds of interesting things.
Yep.
That's what's better about these films for me. The classic Terminators. We have all kinds of Terminators nowadays.
Yeah,
we have the classic Terminators. 2000 the first Terminator Judgment Day in 1991, and Terminator 3, the classic trilogy of Terminator films.
Before they tried to do a reboot.
However, General Brewster gets hit by like a missile or something. Yeah. Or shot, and I think he gets shot by TX. And then they take him to this room and he says, you have to go to Crystal Peak, which is where the core of Skynet is.
Yes.
They get to Crystal Peak in a helicopter, but not before the T-800... Oh, sorry, the TX sticks a finger inside the T-800 and then manages to convert him to like her sort of evil programming.
Yeah, I guess so.
And he has to fight it.
Yep.
Has to fight the programming. He's like, oh, you must get away from me. I'm going to kill you. You got to run. And I like that because his programming is like trying to make him destroy them, but he can still speak. It's like, oh, you must get away from me quickly. And I like that. Yeah. It's conflicted inside. The emotion. I know. I've got a friend who's quite a big fan of the Terminator.
Okay.
And they're of two minds.
Right.
I spoke to them about this film.
Okay.
And they said that you get the two different sides of what a Terminator could be in this film, right? Which is why they think T3 is dumped on a bit.
Yeah.
You get the TX, who, like you said, no emotion, no feeling, creepy, killer, bad to the bone.
Yeah.
Deadly, efficient, lethal. That is the antithesis of what a Terminator should be in this form of media. Right, like the Predator, right? And Then you get Arnie's T850 in this film, and he is funny. He's like that. That's kind of out off the wall, funny.
Yep.
Puts the Elton John glasses on, talk to the hand, all that kind of thing. He is, a bit of comic relief, but also got the action chops in there. He's humanized.
Yep.
He is very humanized. He's emotive. Despite being, the unfeeling robot, he's emotive. It's like the two sides of the coin and what could have a Terminator be in media.
Yep.
A lot of people do good Terminators. If you ever see the Sarah Connor Chronicles, which I recommend, Summer Glau plays a kind of reformed Terminator who protects Sarah Connor. So I think you can do both sides of it. You can do a Terminator like in T2, who is a reformed, robot killer, but also has a bit of heart. He'll give you a high five.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, that kind of thing.
Why
right?
not?
Why not? And then you can have a character like the TX, which is a pure antagonistic force who will stop at nothing and will continually power walk towards you.
Yep. Because why not as well?
Exactly. They reach Crystal Peak in
Correct.
the helicopter after a great humanizing moment for the T850. And what is Crystal Peak?
Crystal Peak. How would you describe? I can't talk now. I've lost it.
How do you describe it? It's because I poked with my finger, Corey.
It's because.
How would you describe it?
That's it. You've been. I've been. Yep.
That is the thumbnail for this. The thumbnail for this is going to be me putting my finger up, and there's going to be like
Where are you going with this?
a robot.
Where are you
A
going with
robot
this?
probe, a robotic spike coming out of my finger. I'll be like, "Nah," like that. I might have to put your jacket on, Corey, if you can allow that. But you're also you're gonna be Arnie. That's the thing. You're gonna be Arnie, Corey.
I'll take. You know what? I'll take Arnie.
I'll be the form-fitting woman.
Yes. Well, she changes form.
She does. It could be me.
Could be you.
Wait, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not. There you go. There it is.
There we are.
Just got to wipe your face. It's like the Robert Patrick. Have you seen the Robert Patrick turn around to the camera in like Jimmy Kimmel or Fallon or something?
Don't think so.
Oh. Where he goes like, he has the T8, right, the T1000 has like this dramatic turn to the like quick camera turn to the camera or something, right? And he does it where you got to get in tight on the face, and he does the turn, he does the face, and it's like, like that, the T1000 death stare.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
But no, they go to Crystal Peak, and it's the core. It's the core. It's not the core.
No.
Crystal Peak is not the core, and instead they go there, and Arnie just gets like damaged.
Just blown up.
Yeah.
He's got the hydrogen fuel cells that power him.
Yep.
But he kills the TX with it. He blows up the TX with it.
Puts it like
you are Terminator.
Right in her like mouth or face or something like that.
Yeah, you are Terminator.
Because I was watching this and I'm thinking, oh, he's holding like the door open.
The gate open.
He's just gonna drop it on both of them.
Yeah.
But no, he just
puts
a bomb in the face instead.
That'd be cool. It could blow. Yeah, that'd be in there. Yeah. And then he saves them with the destruction of the hydrogen cell.
He does.
I wonder if Corey's going to save us with some trivia.
Dingle dangle bobbity boo trivia.
Dingle dangle bobbity boo trivia. Welcome to trivia, Corey. Take us away.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. The studios had long wanted to make a sequel to the previous Terminator films. For a long time, Arnold refused to do it unless James Cameron was directing. Cameron eventually told his friend to just do it and ask for a load of money, reasoning that the character was...
In quotes, load of money.
Yes. Reasoning that the character was as much as Schwarzenegger as it was his. Schwarzenegger confirmed this in a talk show when he was saying that when he asked, Cameron told him to take the money and run. I believe Arnold was offered like 20 million or something. And was also given like a load of like random benefits.
Yeah.
Where he could like choose the chef.
Oh right.
And who his like stunt double was.
I want a bowl of M&Ms, but only the brown ones.
Yeah. Only the brown M&Ms.
I want a bowl of Skittles, but only the purple ones.
Is Arnold and/or the T850, is he like peanut or like crunchy?
Peanut.
Yeah.
You can crush them in his hand. You can
That's
crush
true.
them in his fingers.
True.
Also, he's not have a nut allergy if he's a robot.
That's true. At around 42 minutes, the gas station at which the Terminator stops for refueling is the same gas station seen in all three Terminator movies. It's shown at the end where pregnant Sarah stops before driving to the Mojave Desert in Terminator 2. It's where Sarah camps in for the night as she escapes from the hospital. Arnold worked out for 6 months, about 3 hours a day before shooting started. Trust me, I don't know what that's like. Before shooting started, by the time he had the exact body weight and muscle measurements as he had 12 years previously while shooting Terminator 2.
Oh, amazing. He looks fantastic, you know.
He does look really good in this. So he's gone to the exact same...
Yeah, he looks like the same. He looks perfect.
Here we go. Arnold's fee for reprising his role was $29.25 million. A record at the time. His contract was 33 pages long.
Now you've got to factor this in, remember?
Yeah. And written by a Hollywood super lawyer.
Super lawyer?
Oh, yeah.
You just got some kind of weird power. I'm not like super lawyer. I don't know.
It was written into the contract.
Saul Goodman, yeah, giving him the...
It was written into the contract as a pay-or-play fee, meaning he would get paid whether or not the movie was made. His perk package included a lump sum of $1.5 million for private jets, a fully equipped gym trailer, 3-bedroom deluxe suites on location, round-the-clock limousines and personal bodyguards, because Arnold needs bodyguards.
Because Arnold needs a bodyguard. He's a tree trunk. Have you seen that guy drop kick him? He does nothing. Have you seen that clip? I bet you have. Where that guy tries to like assault Arnie and kick him in the back, and Arnie like doesn't move at all. He's like the Undertaker.
Yeah.
He's like no feeling whatever. And I'm like, my goodness, Arnie, you could not knock that man over with a dump truck.
Yep.
He's like, because Arnie needs security.
He also...
they're protecting you from him. Yeah. Is what they're doing. They're not protecting Arnie from you. They're protecting you from Arnie.
Yeah. He also insisted on 20% of the gross receipts made by the venture from every market in the world, including movie theatres, videos, DVDs, TV licensing, in-flight entertainment, game licensing, and so forth. Once the movie had reached its cash break even...
Does that mean when I buy a toy Terminator that part of the sum goes to Arnie?
Yeah, I think so. Movie had reached its cash break-even point. Such contingent compensation is not usual in movie contracts, but in most cases, Hollywood account. Schwarzenegger could also decide who worked with him. The contract pre-approval clause gave him choice of not only the director and the principal cast, but also his hairdresser, his makeup man, his driver, his stand-in, his stunt double, the unit publicist.
Basically, this film was directed by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
His personal physician, and his cook.
His cook. I want omelets every day.
The legal and accounting budget for the movie was $2 million. By the time all the Schwarzenegger's demands were met, the budget for the film was risen to $187.3 million.
No. Oh, by the time his demands were met, like he's got the film by hostage. He's
also, to prove this was Arnie's, pretty much Arnie's film, he put $1.4 million of his salary to ensure that a key scene in which a construction crane smashes into a glass building was shot.
Yeah.
But the director, Jonathan Mostow, was apparently worried the film was going to run behind schedule and over budget. So it's wondering, we're doing this.
Oh, yeah. I put my own money. You know what? I respect him for that.
Yeah.
I respect him for putting his own money into it.
Yeah.
To have it done. I respect that. You got to respect that about Arnie. All right. Let's... go into a new segment we've devised called How Much Is It? Nice. Where I give Corey the budget. Corey already knows the budget.
Yeah, well, I knew it was $2 million, and then it went up to 187 point whatever after Arnold got involved.
187.3, yeah. And it's now 187.3 million. And you've got to guess what the box office gain is in How Much Is It?
How much is it?
How much is it?
Now, I feel like this is going to be a hard one for me. Because when it comes to stuff like this, I'm thinking, originally it was meant to get $2 million for a budget. Because famously, Terminator 1, and I think 2 and 3 as well, I don't know about the rest of them, were independently made. Terminator 1 was so much shot as an independent film that I think it's one of the last scenes in the movie or something.
Yeah.
Where there's a car in a desert. They were worried that the police were going to pull them over because they didn't have permit to film. Or something like that. They were worried that they're going to get arrested or told off. So it's very much a low film, but Terminator is massive.
It's massive now. It's think about 2003. It's big now.
So obviously the films are big enough to get 6 movies, right? So it's going to get over 2 million, 100%.
Yeah.
It's going to get over 2 mil. again, Terminator 6 movies, Terminator 2, arguably most people's favourite Terminator film of all time, right? So you're coming off Terminator 2. This is then going into Terminator 3. So all the hype from Terminator 2 is going to carry over.
Think
to
about
this one.
2003. Think about what it would look, what it would be like. You know.
So like all the hype from Terminator 2 is going to carry over to this film. So initially, it'll probably make a lot of money because everyone's going, Terminator 2 was so good. Let's go watch the third one. And they're going to go watch this one. Now, I'm going to say that obviously the budget's probably now closer to 200 million after Arnold got involved in all of his contracts.
Let's round up.
So 200 mil. Did it make over 200 mil? If last week, if Elemental
anything to go by,
made 200, this probably also did as well. Do I think though films nowadays probably make more back than they did back then. Also, inflation's a thing.
Smart. Corey's thinking ahead here.
So I'm gonna say it definitely made back 200 mil. Probably made back 300 mil. Do I think it made back 400 mil?
400 mil.
Possibly. Would Terminator 3 make double the budget? Yeah, why not? It's 400. Would it make 5? I don't know. I mean, I gave 500 for Elemental. I don't think it's gonna.
He's giving the factors. What will he land on?
I'm gonna land about in the middle, so 450.
450, and the box office gross. I've got several. Thank you, the numbers.
The numbers.
Thenumbers.com, including a Screen Rant article where the director talks about T2.
Great.
And this is from 2021, and it says here the film was a box office hit, grossing 3.4 million. 433 $1 million.
It's a lot of money, that is.
A lot of money. Thank you for playing. How much is it?
For an independent film, that initially cost 2 million and then 200. I'd be happy with that.
How much is it? And let's go. That's just fun to say. And let's go from that to a rating, a real rating.
Yes.
For Terminator 3.
Yep.
Now, of course, Terminator 3, not the happiest of endings. We've got to figure that into account.
No.
Where Judgment Day ends up happening
anyway.
Skynet gets launched.
It does.
And all the machines rise up anyway with its nuclear attack. So I'm going to give this film... Obviously, we may end up doing 1 and 2. So I'm going to go for I'll go first. Why not? I'll go for a 6 reels. And that's a 6 leaning towards a 5.
I was going to give it a 7.
Okay. Please elaborate.
I think it's a fun film. Do I think it's the best in the series? No. Do I think it's the worst in the series? No. So I'm going to give it about 7 because Terminator 1 and 2 will get higher. And if we end up filming the other films, Genesis, Salvation, Dark Fate, they'll probably get lower.
Okay.
So I'm saving my 5s and my 4s for them ones.
Okay.
Also, this is probably one of those films where when it came out initially, you're thinking, it's not great, but now we have worse films.
Let me tell you, I bet there were some people in 2003 that loved this film.
Oh, probably.
I bet there were some people in 2003 that walked out of this film very satisfied.
I reckon this is one of those almost Predator 2 situations where you watch it and you think, this is a bit like a parody, but you get The Predators, and you go, Predator 2's alright.
Predator 2's alright, yeah, exactly.
It's not bad, yeah.
Well, I bet people walked out the cinema in 2003 loving this.
Yeah.
Because it seems like something in 2003 that people who are high on the Predator since 1991 high on the Terminator, since 1991 would enjoy.
Yeah. But you're thinking, Terminator 3, it's not great. He's putting on the glasses like they did in the second film.
Yeah.
But it's a joke. He goes in a different bar in the third film. The one nice thing I like about this is in the second film, I believe, when he gets his glasses, he's told her in the little compartment at the top, pulls it down and gets glasses. He tries that in this film, not in there.
No.
And then you watch Genesis and you go, yeah, Terminator 3's alright.
Yeah, sure.
It's fine. It's not too bad now.
Let's pivot to the weekly rec, and that is Corey.
It is mine.
What are you looking for this week?
Right, weekly rec. Now, I was having a think of what to do for the weekly rec, and I was trying to figure out what I want to do. for a weekly rec, could I go down the Arnold route? Maybe. Do other films that Arnold's been in. Because why not? We love a bit of Arnold.
Arnie, the big star here.
Could I recommend his Netflix documentary called Arnold? He's got 2 actually, I think.
Yes.
Has he got 2? What's the other one? Netflix documentary. One is just called Arnold, and I think he did another one as well. But Arnold is quite good. I like Arnold. I find Arnold as a man interesting. As an actor, interesting. His kind of whole Fubar TV series is the other one I was thinking of. That's quite good as well. Bit of Fubar. I was also then going to recommend William Candy.
Oh yes, William Candy.
As a thing as well, because why not? So you know what? I'm going to recommend the Netflix Arnold TV show. Go watch Arnold. 3 episodes.
Okay, I'll watch the Arnold documentary.
I think each episode is about an hour. I think. Where is it? Let's have a look. Are they about an hour long?
And also, if we ever get around to Fubar, I'd like to.
Are you a Fubar fan?
We could watch some Fubar. I'd say we could watch some Fubar.
Have you seen Fubar?
I've not seen Fubar.
You've not seen
I think
Fubar?
We could watch Fubar.
Fubar.
I'll be Fubar.
I'll be Fubar.
Put the Fubar down.
What is Fubar?
I don't know.
I know. Do I? Is it his name?
Who is your daddy and what does he do? Kindergarten Cop, also amazing Arnie
good film.
Amazing Arnie film. See, we're coming all out with them now.
It's a good film.
With them now, I love Kindergarten Cop.
It is a good film. But no, I'm going to recommend.
Because Arnie's just a good, solid fella. He's just, he came from nothing, built himself all the way up.
Yep. But yeah, so I'm going to recommend Arnold.
Arnold.
And
Arnold the documentary. I might watch it.
It's going to get an 8.
Okay.
8 out of 10.
Excellent. Thank you very much for enjoying and watching Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines review. Good review, Fubar. Good review, Arnold.
Yep.
Whatever. I just, we're big fans. We're big fans of Arnie here.
We
big
are.
Action Arnie fans. And we hope to see you in our next instalment of The Real Show. But thank you very much. It's a goodbye from me. Goodbye. And. Oh, goodbye. Sorry,
Are you a robot?
But yes. It's a goodbye from me. Ooh, I do a pretty good robot. Yeah, exactly. You got to do this the fucking arm.
For your radio listeners.
There you go, exactly.
We're doing the robot.
We're doing the robot dance together. We can put some lights and music over that.
Yeah.
Okay, it is a goodbye from me, goodbye, and a goodbye from Corey.
Goodbye.